democracy, politics, parliament, legislative assembly council, or municipality. Well, these words generally don't really have any meanings for me or my fellow citizens. Maybe because we misunderstood the idea of democracy. For instance, for me, I thought of democracy as only being the process for which one can leverage their connections or influence to get their work done. Or maybe because I had no confidence in the political process anymore, due to the slow pace of that political and economic reform in my country. Whatever the cause may be, the effect of these factors put together has been startling. With the election participation percentage at 37%, it's clear that the silent majority has chosen to sit home during the elections. For me, things came to head when I was asked to vote for unfit, unqualified candidate just because he was my relative. And at that point I said, that's it. I need to come up with a solution, can have an impact, can make a difference in the society. And that's when I started my journey with the Eintikhabati project. Well, the first thing I realized that I really didn't know who my representatives were or what they stand for. And I knew that I was at fault too. Why did I always put the blame on the system, while I, through my choices, my votes, had played such a primary role in shaping this system? For that, I've thought of making a tool that would aid voters in their efforts to understand their electoral choices by presenting them with a solution that will give them all the information on the candidate contesting in their constituency. Well, think of it as a social media profile page for each one of the candidates. Well, this would give the citizens the ability to be able to compare between all the candidates based on their qualifications, achievements, and the campaign promises made in their respective manifesto. And that's what I did in the first prototype of this project. I then attempted to get some feedback on this project by showing it to some member of the parliament. Well, some believed in it, some did not, and some even encouraged me to continue working with it even after the elections. And then I went to the Independent Election Commission, which is a funny story. Why did they like the concept? They told me they would sue me if I went ahead with it. Well, primarily because at that point I didn't have a registered company, which is fortunately an issue was resolved shortly afterward. I also realized that asking the citizens to vote was not fair, especially if they didn't know the value of their votes. For that, I knew that I firstly need to focus on raising the level of political awareness among citizens by educating them about the elected councils and how to distinguish the difference between them. Only then we would have an enhanced citizens' participations in politics. For that, we have launched a civic awareness campaign in our social media pages and conducted awareness seminars and lectures all around the country. So far, we have launching our awareness campaign an array of new telecommunications technologies, including mobile applications, website, and social media. And in keeping with our mission, we have been expanding our efforts to meet the concerns of the citizens. For instance, one of the major feedback that we received, that one of the main reasons for voters' alienations from the electoral politics, that they had a little confidence in the elected representatives actually fulfilling their campaign promises. For that, I knew that I had to continue working with this project to follow the campaign promises made by the winning candidates and make sure they actually fulfilling it. For that, I have promised the citizens to keep working with this project to cover and monitor the elected council sessions and give them an easy access to these sessions and keep them up to date with the latest news and updates regarding politics. Well, this journey has started in January 2016 by covering the parliamentary election in Jordan. After that, by covering and monitoring the parliament. And in August 2017, we have covered the decentralizations and municipalities elections in Jordan. And we continue to cover these elected councils with over than 250 volunteers. Today we have over 300,000 followers on our social media pages. and over than 40,000 mobile application downloads. And I'm proud to say that we recently have finished implementing this project in India under the name of iElect, as you will see in the following video. Our goal is to create a real partnership between the citizens and the elected officials to be able to bridge the gap between them. We will not stop in India or Jordan. Our goal is to bring Intikhabati to all over the free world. Thank you.